What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Dash Lifestyle. Kindly, for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. To my returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back and watching my video. Thank you so much for the love and support, and greetings to my brothers and sisters all the way from Caribbean country. So guys, I want us to watch this video from a black American lady. She's sending this warning message to all Jamaica, to the Jamaican Prime Minister, because of what the Chinese they are doing in Jamaica. So kindly, guys, watch this video, then I'll be back with more comments.
So I had a Jamaican tell me, America don't even want y'all. Watch this space. That's very interesting that you would say that, because Jamaica is being colonized by China right now. I'm hearing that you can't even go to some of your own beaches because they have bought the land, and if you want to go on your own beaches as a local, you gotta pay. So your statement seems more pot calling the kettle black than anything.
In Jamaica right now.
So there's been an increased rate of women being, or children, female children being taken and found throughout Jamaica. We're going through things like accessing our own beaches. A lot of them are privatized due to hotels, so the locals aren't able to actually go to a Jamaican beach without paying, or not being able to go to the beach at all in certain places because people have bought the land.
About independence in the Caribbean, only to hand that independence back over to another race of people. So we fought for freedom from the white man, and now we're handing over that freedom to the yellow man. When I was in Jamaica, 2015, I keynoted National Heroes Week, Irie FM and Ocho Rios, and Marcus Garvey's back, me and Muta Baruka, actually. And while I was in Jamaica, I heard all these rumblings about the Chinese. And I've been to Jamaica before, and I've seen the Chinese. But in studying what they have done since my last visit, I was astounded and appalled to find out that they had made so much inroads into controlling and influencing the infrastructure of the Jamaican people. The Chinese built a road from Kingston, one side of the island, to the other side of the island. And in exchange for the roads that they built, the Jamaican government, unless this has changed since then, gave the Chinese total control over the toll money that will be made by people using the Northwest or East-West Highway. Why would you give a foreign power complete monetary control of the tolls on this road that you know half of Jamaica gonna be using? You're talking millions of dollars of revenue you're giving to the yellow man just because he built the road. In addition to that, the Chinese are building it's probably done by now. They were building at that time 2 schools, and they were bringing Chinese educators over to help the Jamaican people educate black children. They built the Children's Hospital, which is supposed to be largely staffed with Chinese. They also gave the Chinese total control of all tourism on both sides of that highway that goes from one side of the island to the other. I was also told that they gave the Chinese the right to drill in natural rainforests in the Jamaican on the Jamaican territory for Chinese exploitation. They'd given them tax abatements, and they also purchased, if I'm not mistaken, the port, the main port of Jamaica.
All right, they own the port.
Is owned by the Chinese. Exactly. If another race owns your port, that means they control what's coming in. They control what's going out. What about the drugs? What about the guns? What about the COVID? You don't know what them people bringing in. And you mean to tell me that the Chinese care so much about Jamaican people that they're not going to educate our kids and take care of their health? Chinese don't care about black folks. Go to China. Go to China and see how they treat black people in China. So to me, what I think this is the government of Jamaica, like so many African governments, so many other Caribbean governments have done. They've gotten in bed financially with the Chinese. The Chinese have studied the way the white man has practiced neocolonialism throughout Africa. And the Chinese has learned that these black leaders don't really care about their people. They're all about their pockets. So I'm going to do what the white man did, but I'm going to do it one time better. I'm going to offer them double the money. You let me take over this land right here, I'll get the white man offering you $1 million, I'm offering you $3 million. And I'm going to build you a retirement home. And I'm going to pay for all your kids to go to college in China. You follow what I'm saying? And I'm going to give you a private military. So the Chinese have basically become neo-colonialists 2.0. They're outdoing the Europeans. You follow me? And they're giving Caribbean and African leaders offers that they can't refuse. And guess what? When you abdicate on that loan that they give you, because all this is loans. These are not handouts. It's all loans. When you abdicate on the loan in that contract, you have to give them large concessions of land and large concessions of your economy. There's an African country right now. Is it Uganda? There is an African country who defaulted on their loan to the Chinese and they now own their national airport. I forget which, they own the airport now because they couldn't pay back the loan. The Chinese know what they're doing. The problem we have as African people is we tend to think anybody who's not white is a friend of ours. Nobody is our friend, not the Arab, not the Chinese, not the Latino, except the African Latinos who identify with us, not the East Indians, not the Native Americans. We don't have friends. But black people have been seduced into this multiculturalism, which says the brown man is your friend, the yellow man is your friend, the red man is your friend. No, they're not. Black people don't have no friends. And my greatest fear about Chinese neocolonialism 2.0, my greatest fear about Chinese neocolonialism 2.0 is when the time for revolution comes, because there will be a second revolution because you got to get rid of the Chinese. You're going to have to fight.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video from Black American lady sending this warning message to Jamaican Prime Minister, to Jamaicans, to all Jamaicans, because to be careful because of what the Chinese they are doing in Jamaica. And the Chinese, it seems they are taking over Jamaica, and that's why our Black American lady, she has decided to share this strong message to all Jamaicans. And also you have watched that video from Dr. Umar, and we all know Dr. Umar. He is very known for fighting for the rights of the black people. And also you have listened to what he was saying when he visited Jamaica. He found out that the Chinese, they are controlling some of the important things in Jamaica, and also the Jamaican government, they are giving the Chinese land, the property, and this, it has made the Chinese to seems like they are taking over Jamaica. And for me, I can tell you guys that we all know that Jamaica, it is a mixed race country. When you see the motto of Jamaica, it is out of many one people. So we have black people from Africa who they are Afro-Jamaicans. We have the Chinese Jamaica. We have India Jamaica. We have the white Jamaica. So Jamaica, it is a mixed race country. And also Jamaica being a mixed race country, we are having these foreigners. I cannot say that all the Chinese, they are taking over Jamaica. No, we have the Chinese foreigners who right now they are coming in Jamaica. These are now the people who are taking over Jamaica. These are now the people that are taking advantage of Jamaica. And for me, I can also tell the Jamaican government, it has allowed the foreigners to come in their own country to purchase, to buy some land, to open business. And also Jamaican government, it has given the foreigners, especially the Chinese, to operate, to do business in Jamaica for a period of 5 years without paying tax. You can see, I can also blame Jamaican government. How comes you can give out a 5 years of foreigners working in your own country, in your own soil, without paying tax? And because of the Chinese being given this opportunity by the Jamaican government, they have been able to close some of the black businesses in Jamaica. And that's why when you go around Jamaica, you might find out that the big businesses, the big supermarket, the big stores in Jamaica, it is owned by the Chinese people, simply because they have allowances of working for 5 years without paying tax. And what about the local Jamaica? What about the black Jamaica? They are not being given even a day of doing business without paying taxes. So you can see the Jamaican government, it is oppressing its own people and giving more foreigners opportunity. And because of this, now the Chinese, they have been dominating in Jamaica. Not only in Jamaica, guys, also this, it has also happened in some of the African country. I want you guys to watch this video of an African politician in Ghana explaining also how the Chinese, they are taking over in Ghana. So watch this video, then I'll be back with more comments.
The whites, do you know what we are still doing? We are still slaves. You know why? It's not about gold. We have given everything to them till date. All the sectors are managed by whites. The oil sector, the whites have taken it. The mining sector, Chinese and Canadians have taken it. Bauxite, Chinese have taken it. Tell me one sector that belongs to Ghanaian till date. Even the banking sector, Nigerians have taken it. We are in the 21st century slaves. We are in the 21st century, but we are slaves in our own country. Look for the best houses in this country and go there and see those who are living there. Foreigners. Where do we live? The big companies in this country managed by foreigners.
Would you pass a law where you will regulate foreigners, taking over?
I will pass a law. If you remember in my 2020 campaign, I said that when I'm president, no foreigner can buy property in Ghana.
And you still stand by it?
I still stand by.
How will you do that?
Because I'm going to issue 3 passports.
Okay.
One passport that Ghanaians will have. It's a full Ghanaian, father Ghanaian, mother Ghanaian. And those people are the first class Ghanaians. And those group of people are the only people who can buy property in this country. If you're not a full Ghanaian, you cannot buy property.
Okay.
Because first of all, we're losing everything to the foreigners. The whole country has been taken. Go out and look at the big mansions and big companies and big properties. It's not for Ghanaians. We are joking. In the next 10, 15 years, no Ghanaian will have huge property unless you are damn rich. Every day, go around and see. All the properties springing up are for foreigners.
On that note, let me ask.
Why do we think because we are poor, we must sell? I get sad and sometimes I get mad.
Is this because we are selling our properties in foreign currencies?
It's because we are giving it for peanuts. We don't have to sell the property. We lease the properties.
If we are giving it for peanuts, then why can't our Ghanaians afford it?
Because the peanuts we are giving out, the Ghanaians do not even have it. We've made the system so hard. We are not protecting what belongs to us.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video from a Ghanaian politician also explaining and saying the government of Ghana, they are giving the Chinese more opportunity. The Chinese, they are coming in Ghana, not only in Ghana, guys, also in some of the African country. This is the trend that the Chinese, they are using to take over some of the black nation, some of the Caribbean country, some country also here in Africa. You have seen what they are doing. They are coming as poor. They are buying land. They are opening big businesses. They are taking over some of the African country. And our government, it has just allowed them to operate. Our government, it has just given them full support. How comes that African government and Caribbean government giving these foreigners support? What are they really doing in Caribbean so that the Caribbean government, so that Jamaican government can allow these Chinese to operate in Jamaica for 5 years? And also, what are they really doing in Ghana? And that's why they are now buying some land in Ghana. They are oppressing Ghana. You can see these people, and these people, even if they have come here in Africa, in Ghana, they have managed to open businesses. They cannot invest here in Africa. They cannot invest in Ghana. When these people, they get money, they are going and invest in their own country. The same way what it is happening in Jamaica. When these people, they are coming in Jamaica, they do businesses, all the money they get, they go and invest in their own country. And this is to tell you that it is now the right time for us African people, for us black people, to stop being support these other races. Because you have heard what Dr. Umari has come out and say. These people, they came in Africa, they took away our brothers and sisters from here in Africa to the Caribbean, and also some of them, they went in America, and then they taught us black people that we should not support our own races. Black races, it is not the race to support. The race that you need to support, it is the white and the yellow races. This is how these people, they influence us, they convince us, they change our mind so that we can see our own races. It is not good. The races which it is good, it is the white and the yellow races. And because of them doing this to all black people, our fellow black people, they don't want to support our own. You can easily know, you can find that black people cannot go and shop to a black people store. They cannot go and support black people store. They first go and support these other races before coming to black people store. And this is happening to all black people, not only here in Africa, to all black people. They love supporting other races. And you have listened to what Dr. Umari has come out and say. It is now the right time for us black people to change. It is now the right time for us black people to kick out these other races which are coming in our country and taking advantage in our own soil. These people, the Chinese people, they have studied very well how we were colonized. And right now, they are coming here in Africa. They are coming in the Caribbean in the name of developing. And you can see these people, they are giving huge amount of money. And this is not the money that they are giving it for free. No, they are giving you this money here in Africa, in Jamaica, so that in return, they don't want that money in return. They want your land in return. They want African land in return. This is what they want, because they know if I will get that land, I can do anything in Africa. If I will get that land in Jamaica, I can do anything in Jamaica. And that's why these people, they are eagerly want to own some of the property here in Africa and also in the Caribbean. This is what they are really doing. And it is the right time for us, our black leaders, our Caribbean leaders, to stand firm and monitor what these other races they are doing in our country. If they are not helping us, why should we keep them? We should kick them, because I know these people also, we as black people, the Jamaicans, they cannot go in China and buy land. The Chinese will not allow that to happen. They cannot allow black people to own land in China. The same way in United States, the white people, they are coming here in Africa, they are buying land. But what about us African people? We cannot go in United States. We cannot go in India. We cannot go in Chinese to buy land. They will not allow. How comes us African, we are so, I don't know if what I can tell you guys. How comes Africa, we are so being used? How comes we are being used to give out our own soil, our land to these people? And we know very, very well these people, they cannot allow us to buy the land in their own country. But us black people, we are allowing them to buy land here in Africa, in the Caribbean. And I think, guys, revolution, it has started. You have seen what Dr. Umari has come out and say. Let them do this thing, but revolution, it is coming. Revolution, it has started. Revolution here in Africa also, it has started. So these people, they better prepare. If they have bought land, they need to return that land. They need to return that land. If they stole anything here in Africa, they need to return. If they stole anything in the Caribbean, they need to return. We as black people, we are tired of discrimination. We are tired of intimidation. We are tired of oppressed. We are tired being called poor and yet our country, it is rich. So this is to tell you that all black people who are watching me, revolution, it has started. Revolution, it has started among black people. The Chinese people, they need to pack their things and go, because these people right now in Jamaica, they are owning some of the biggest hotel in Jamaica, and also they have turned the public beach in Jamaica to be private beach. And most of the Jamaicans, most of the local, they cannot access their own beach because of these Chinese people. They've come, they've bought this land, they have bought some land near the beach, and they have closed that beach to be private. How comes Jamaican government can allow this to happen? And a beach, it is a natural resource. Every local Jamaicans should have an access of this beach, and he or she, he can go anytime he wants in these beaches. And this is how we have seen some country in the Caribbean crying to their government. They cannot access their own beach. Look what happened in St. Lucia. They were protesting because of the foreigners turning their beaches into private. Look what happened in Jamaica also. They were protesting. The foreigners also, they are turning their public beach into private beach, and then they are not being allowed. And then the local, they are not being allowed. Even if it is private, they are not being allowed. They only want the other races to come in this hotel that these people they have built. You can see how these people now, they are becoming also a racist. So kindly guys, subscribe if you haven't, and most importantly, like this video so that YouTube can recommend this video to a lot of people. And also subscribe if you haven't. Share, comment. See you on my next one. Bye bye.